All right, it's time for some Kerbal Space Program here. Let me just switch over to Kerbal. Kerbals. Hear that beautiful, the Kerbal. And gonna get Decade on over here and start playing some video.
Channel switched.
All right. So, yep.
User joined your channel.
Then, oh, look at this. I was working on my transport lander last.
When'd you first crash?
No, I haven't crashed anything there.
Just messing with you.
My words of inspiration. I got This is my transport lander, and I have to get my mining lander, and we're going to launch both them up into orbit, and then we're going to launch some Kerbals up there, do some docking, and gonna rock and roll. So,
Super excited.
bet you are, Big Papa. Mining lander 1. That up. I guess I'll close out and reopen it with anything. Being quite fussy. Quite fussy, right? There we go. Bad boy. Sure. And 1. I feel like this thing. Where's that? Oh, that is super duper excessive sound. Tear this down a little. I need this. I mean, it will work. It will most certainly do the job. But it's just very. Lower. How to do it. Kind of tall, but that'll do the trick. Engine noise. Griffin XX, huh? Big. I mean, the Griffin is the biggest engine I can put on the bottom of this. It has a 70. Could that? If I need it? I really don't need to at all. But I mean, I can. Slightly more. I need all the reaction wheels I have there, but probably over. Work. Mining. Launch ready. Type. Ender. Mining link. Launch ready. I can build this. I have to use a bigger one. Payloads, and payload. That one. Off. So, mining lander 1 final. Should do the trick. Thanks, my little Kerbal. Okay. Save that, and then before we do, it's real quick. Down here. Bearing. We're gonna call this station lift. Lander lifter. Okay. Lander lifter 1. Lander lifter 1, which is prototype lifter. Type lifter. Landers and mining lander. Really, I have it in my mining lander, and it'll probably be used for my transport lander, but for now, we'll just simply say the mining lander. Okay. So, save that. Open the launch ready. Launch ready. Mining lander 1 final, and then I have to launch the science. Can't forget about science. Or science. So mining lander 1 final. Okay. Now, are we gonna bring crew up, or is this unmanned? This is gonna be unmanned. Right, and we're ready to launch. And we are ready to launch. stage. Let's see how this guy goes. We're going here. Oop. Turning that gravity turn. Away we go. Up, up, and away. So, Spy Party. Deck. Spy Party.
Yeah?
I think we should play it again tonight.
Huh?
I think we should play it again tonight. I liked it. I thought it was fun. Super duper stressful, but not the end of the world, I suppose.
I'll have to close your stream though.
I know. Can't. It'd be a dead giveaway. Wouldn't even matter if I put a delay on it. The minute you saw who the spy was.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's fun. Wonder if we can get other people.
What you drinking there?
Iced tea. Nothing. No brown liquor. So after you logged off, I was in the lobby and I was doing something and someone invited me to play. I was like, all right, cool. So I played as the spy first. Did I play as the spy first or the sniper first? I think I played as the spy first. Did he get me? I want to say he got me or I won. I don't remember. It doesn't really matter. We played a match and then we went over to the sniper match and he gave himself away almost immediately with the
banana bread.
What did he do? Yes, he did banana bread. And so I immediately I put my laser pointer right on him and he quit out. And I was like, dude, come on, man. I'm like, that is so lame. Oh no, I won the first one. He shot a civilian. I won the first one. He shot a civilian. That's what happened. That's why it didn't take long.
And then when he messed up the banana bread, you had him dead to rights and he quit.
I did. I didn't know it was him. There was two guys that I wasn't sure about. So I was like, okay. I was like, no big deal. It's either him or him. And so, but yeah, he was none too happy, I guess, about his situation. So it's really unfortunate, man. I was having fun with it too. I figured I could play, we could play a couple and just.
Right.
I got totally discouraged almost immediately. I was like, it happens. He hadn't played no matches. So, or at least he had one none as spy and none as sniper. So I was like, sorry.
Oh well.
I wish I could do a split game on my on the stream. So while this is doing orbital stuff, we could play a spy match.
You could put another window in.
Picture in picture.
Yeah, you could just put another. You could just put another. What do you call it? From what do you call it? Streamlabs, and just put the spy game in the window. What would also be interesting is if I opened up OBS and captured my desktop, and then somehow you were able to put what I see on Spy as the opposite in the corner of your screen.
Well, if you streamed it, then you could use multi-stream or something like that. I was watching CDN and Summit. I had that multi-stream that we used to show Mixer and I wasn't using multi-Twitch. I know I could have done multi-Twitch actually, but
right, but you can do it within your stream. You can pick up I turn on my stream and then you put a window in the bottom corner that has my stream going.
Oh.
Right, so then your viewers get to I don't need. I'm not
browser source. Browser source. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. On.
But you should focus on KSP for now.
Right now, we got it on.
Let's get this. Let's get these things up in space here and mining or whatever.
So we are going.
How's your Duna probe doing?
Question.
I know he was getting close yesterday, right?
He's Oh, when I looked there earlier today, he was like 300 days away still. Because I haven't done any fast forwarding. So.
Because you haven't done any long
Yeah. Yeah.
travel, space travel, so yeah.
Yeah.
User joined your channel.
Target creep. I don't need that.
What's up, ladies?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hello.
What you doing?
How much further did you guys get at Far Cry? Or was that all you played was earlier in the day?
Just
Oh,
earlier today.
just what we did earlier today, yeah.
Yeah. We broke for lunch and then we never went back. We played a little spy party afterwards, though.
How was it?
It's fun.
It is fun.
Is it the same room all over each time?
Nope.
No, you change rooms, you can change the number of guests, you can change what the spy has to do.
Oh, so one of you was the sniper and the other one was the spy kind of deal?
Right, and then
Yeah.
you switch. Yeah.
And then you
So
switch.
how accurate were you guys?
It's a tough game, man. You gotta really have a plan and think ahead, and then adjust that plan on the fly depending on how things go.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the spy is probably one of the hardest things to play because you have to act like the AI, kind of.
Well, here's the thing. It like the spy, you get positions to walk to. So long as you walk to those positions, it just looks like the AI is moving across the room. And then as
Okay.
the sniper, you need to you're looking for, so as an example, one of them is you have to steal a priceless statue, right? So there's like 6 statues in this one room, and so the spy picks it up, puts it down, but the AIs also pick them up and put them down. And what you're looking for as the sniper is you're looking for the AI that picks it up, and then changes the statue and puts it down. But if you're not,
Okay.
but at the same time, like you're looking at the ambassador because the spy might be trying to plant a bug on the ambassador. You're looking for, and this is just for the 4 things that we did. There's like 8 or something in total. So the 4 that we did was plant the bug on the ambassador, seduce a target, talk to a double agent, and change a statue out. So you're looking for these 4 separate actions that could occur at any given time. So like you're not always looking for the statue,
Sure.
right?
Sure. Yeah.
So you're not always looking for the ambassador. And so the spy has a fixed amount of time. So I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, we had our fair share of success on both sides of it. So
Well, Dex should always play as the spy because that used to be his handle.
ah,
Yep.
that's funny.
Yep. We'll play a little tonight.
Oh, absolutely. What about it? Putting some mining vehicles on the moon right now.
Mining vehicles?
Yeah, I'm gonna mine some ore.
Did you build them correctly?
Well, this is a prototype. I've never tested its landing, but all of the statistics suggest this thing should land properly on Mun. It has the correct amount of delta V.
Is that what's on
necessary.
the front, kind of? Or what's on the front of that?
Oh, hold on, let me light it up. So what you're looking at is this is the miner. So it has a nuclear reactor, a mini nuclear reactor up top, and it has some fuel and some landers, and then it has 2 mining drills right on the bottom. So it will land, it will start mining and pulling up the resources. And then I have to land a transport vehicle next to it that will take the mined ore off of this and bring it back up into orbit, where there will be a command vessel waiting to take the ore and convert it into liquid fuel, so that I can then refuel my vessels in space.
But you can't convert all of that, right? Because don't you have to bring some of it back, or no?
No, no science is associated with this. This is
okay.
all. This is
But
all
there's no
for.
byproduct of making the liquid fuel that you have to then store in a container or something? Or
No.
dispose
I gotta
of?
say, it's pretty cool lit up though. That looks pretty neat.
Yeah, I like the lighting. Right, this is all. This is a plug-in. It's like surface-mounted Omni lights, so they like light up
The
everything.
front half of that looks like what do you call it from the movie? What's the space movie where the kid plays the video game?
Oh, this looks like the Last Starfighter.
Last Starfighter. Yep.
Last Starfighter, which I heard they're doing either a remake
They're doing a
or
reboot. They're doing
something.
a reboot.
So
Yeah, they're doing a reboot of Last Starfighter. It looks like Last Starfighter. That's the first thing I thought of when I saw it with the lights on.
yep.
I like that game. Movie.
So that's what I. Far side crater, 7% ore concentration. That is what we're going for. We're already heading there, which is awesome. Head out. Guidance going here. Go and pick a target on the map. Let's go. Far side crater. Oh, it's where our rover is. Well, talk about convenient. Wait a second. Is that where our rover? Well, shit, that is where our rover is. And we might actually be able to recover the rover.
You're gonna recover the rover?
Yeah, I'm gonna recover the rover. Not in this mission, but I'll be able to break him down for parts.
Is he on his side?
He is on his side. Yeah, you know what? I could bring a Kerbal out there to kick him and get him back off his side.
You should bring parts out and fix it.
I can. I absolutely can. I could build the whole rover.
All it needed was
But he can't fix the drive wheels though, unless that's a different rover.
No, I could bring out new drive wheels.
Yeah.
Oh, there
That's
you
what
go.
I'd have to do.
I know it needed solar panels too, right?
Why is the moon purple? I know it's a plug-in, but what's the deal? Is that to like elevation kind of thing?
No,
It's
it's the
materials on it,
overlay
materials.
for minerals, for ore
Okay.
specifically. What
Okay.
it's an overlay for.
Okay.
Just I need it. That's a good start. Execute that maneuver. Far side crater is where we're going right now. Yeah, so the overlay just gives me ore concentrations, and so Mun's not exactly like covered in very good ore concentrations, but for what I'm looking to do, this will work. And this crater is nice because this will be a good base location, so I can land the vehicle down there, and then there's a transport vehicle, and then if I really want to expand on that, then I could put like a colonization module down there and just like and expand off of that. But right now, it's just the whole idea is to see if I can make fuel in space and like have some sort of sustainability.
Oh, I have a missed call. What the? When did...
Must be raining in Boston. The weather.
A missed call from Frank.
Alright.
I don't even know my phone is ringing. It's on silent.
Oh, it is.
Oh well.
It's
He didn't leave
raining in
voicemail.
Boston.
Didn't text
Look
me,
at that.
so it's not important.
Beat me again. Ion. Side crater. Down.
Let me make sure he's alright.
Oh, turn that overlay off. I don't need to still see that which I'm already aware of now. Purple. There. Minerals. That is. Right now we're just focusing on.
He butt dialed me.
The butt tiles happen. had so much monopropellant. That will. Just launched it right into them, right into Mun. It's my recycling program.
I have to say the backdrop and the lighting is so much better. Like how the sun is on the planet. What is
But
that?
it
Mun
seems like
or whatever.
your frames are slowing down.
Yeah, but I think that's just at the internet, probably.
Some of its frames, when depending on like if I have the sun, like, and that's pretty cool background. You can see like Kerbal in the background, Kerbin
It
in the
might just be
background.
my computer now, because now my mouse is moving slow. So I figure
It
out what's
depends.
going on.
Someone, man, I can't remember who mentioned it, but I think Silence mentioned it. If you see in where it says like the time in the top left-hand corner, if it starts, if the time's yellow, that means my frame
Oh yeah, I
rates are
see
dropping
that.
below
Yeah, the frame
30
rates are
frames per
dropping every
second.
now and then. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see that.
Bless you.
Why do I like? Oh, did I
And
not?
she just looked at me funny and said, "He heard me." This is a microphone.
And she's very loud when she sees.
Oh, darn it! I forgot to put fuel in these tanks.
No.
Yeah.
Is it transferred from somewhere? Fuel 'em up
I
on
don't
the
know.
base?
I must have thought about that. I must have figured I would transfer out of that lower module.
That sucks.
All right.
You need to have like a fail button on here somewhere so somebody can hit it.
The thumbs down button.
Yeah.
Fail.
Or revert to vehicle assembly because my prototype failed. So
So one of his emotes after once he gets them is gonna be foul. One of them's gotta be a foul emote.
I'm sure you'll make it. I'm sure you'll make it for me. All right. So where is this lander? It's in prototype. Craft.
So those bandana ones I sent you, like if you decide to use them, we probably have to purchase them.
Crossfeed must have been turned on.
It was a lot. It was only a couple dollars, but
Oh yeah, no, we'd get them. Sure.
purchase them and then just recolor them. You know, a little Photoshop action. Making different tiers for your subs.
All right.
My computer is throwing up on itself right now.
Oh, that's pleasant.
I'm surprised my voice is actually coming through.
So I got a question. Where is the server running for what you call it? Is it running on your desktop or?
No, it runs on my other one.
Oh, because sometimes Wild Thing's voice kind of gets choppy and very digital.
I
That
am
could
a
be just my
robot.
internet.
It is digital.
But
I figured
right
if
now,
it
right
was
now,
on your PC, it would make sense.
My computer's having a heart attack right now. I can't even do anything. My buttons are my like taskbars are blinking.
What'd you do?
I don't know. I can't. Task Manager is not responding because I can't even get it open.
Yikes.
Hey, Wild Thing, we should just ignore him and then he'll think his voice doesn't work anymore.
Not nice.
Nice of you.
Funny. Tell me I put Kerbals on here. That. There. All right, so I had to turn off crossfeed. I was sucking fuel from the top, not the bottom section, because it's a docking port I was using, not a. I'm using a docking port to connect these, not a stage separator, so it allows fuel to cross over. So I had to turn that off. Otherwise, lose all my fuel. And now I'll try this.
Could be because Chrome is using like 50. I fixed it. There it is. Okay.
Was it the
My
porn
Edge browser.
site in the background?
No. Edge browser was using like almost 100% of my CPU. That was weird.
Oh, gross.
You know, Sea of Thieves got an update the other day.
Yeah, I read off all the changes.
Yeah,
yes.
Kuna was talking to me about it today, and the blunder is
it got nerfed.
knocked down. Yeah, it got nerfed.
Yeah. Close. Close. What is this? Close. Close. Close.
Are you guys supposed to be playing with
Close.
Andarin or something?
We were talking about playing. He wants us to play.
They're good. Second close. Okay. Let's see. How much memory is Chrome using?
3.
100 million.
There's only 6 tabs open. It's using 2 gigs of RAM.
Yeah, but when was the last time you closed it?
Been a while.
Okay then.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do then. Closing it out.
All right.
There we go.
We're once again taking off. Now with our fuel system properly set up.
Whoops.
Yeah, that was dumb on my part.
Twitch uses so much memory. App. I'm gonna get out of the Twitch app. Don't need it right now.
I'm not even sure I have enough fuel in this lifter to do everything I was supposed to do, but I couldn't figure that out before, so it's only after I got rid of that lower section I was like, oh, I have no fuel to land. Okay, well that's not gonna work.
That thing looks awkward going into the sky.
Well, the lander's so big. I don't want to build a vessel that's like proportionally as wide as everything else because it's just like massive. I don't even think I have the engines for it, to be honest with you.
That's better. All right, now let's back up. Loaded, that's loaded. Good, good. Time to double my memory in this machine.
What? Don't you have 16 gigs?
Yeah, might go higher.
It's coasting now. Waiting to exit the atmosphere. Finish this maneuver. Go to Mun. Round number 2. I need Mun, I need 500 meters per second. 580 meters per second. Change. Land. Fair safe. Now. Alright. Okay. Mun's the target. Enable crossfeed. Finish the maneuver. Then we can disable crossfeed. Let these more efficient and slow us down instead of this. My life for my fuel bags would be nice. Not sure why I didn't put them on this vessel. I didn't. On here. Got all of that. Forget. Select a target on. Parsec. I'm mistaken. Folks, I'm not. Duh. There we go. Wasn't in Mun's influence yet, that's why. Bring it on the map. Far side crater, perfect. Get rid of the dead weight. Down. Enough Delta V happen. Start. Execute next. See if I can get this thing closer to the lander than I was previously attempting. Maybe it'll be in walking distance of like one of my Kerbals to be able to fix it, bring it back online. Who knows? Next node.
It's supposed to be 80 degrees tomorrow?
Close to 80.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Changing my wheels out this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
God, this is supposed to be like it's be beautiful this week. Yeah.
80 and 77, and then 48 on Sunday, but whatever.
Yep.
It's gonna be a hard sell for streaming when it's that nice out.
Yeah.
Figure out how to stream outside.
Ah,
Not just. Never mind.
I'll just put this. I'll put my camera out the window. Be
No.
IR. I'll just do IRL, mowing my lawn.
Use your Surface Pro and its webcam. Play Kerbal on the Surface Pro outside.
That's never gonna happen.
Sit outside on the the back and like the nice backdrop of all the trees and everything behind you in your neighbor's house. Play Kerbal sitting outside.
Okay. Now, I don't really have any mono propellant on this, so that's the only negative here is that I don't have a way of stopping my horizontal movement quite as well as I would have hoped for. Probably another flaw in the design. There's my lander. Okay. On final descent now.
You didn't forget the fuel again, did you?
No. I shouldn't have used. So, at my last launch, now that I know that I was, I had to use some of the fuel from these tanks, I didn't use the lower section in this attempt to slow me down because the lower section's engines are not as fuel efficient as these engines on this guy. So, I burned extra fuel for no good reason. Also looks like my SAS on this is kind of not enough to overcome what I need to overcome here.
Did you ever come up with a mod list that we can put it in like a command?
I did. Ah.
So it should be like KSP mods and then like a list of mods that you're using.
Yeah, I have a file to download for CCAM, but I think I just need to list them out, maybe with links in my one of my panels. What's going on, Solo? Yeah, we are attempting to land the first ore miner onto Mun. This is a new lander that I built, kind of in the prototype stages, because I'm not 100% sure that it's going to do the job I need to do, because not really a lot of monopropellant on the thing, and I don't know. It's kind of getting all wonky as I try to like land, so we'll see. Oh, no. Spacey. Spacey. That's why it's gonna crash. Click the VES vessel, and you'll see the suicide burn. Suicide burn, delta V. 157 meters per second. And how long I have until it goes off? I think that's what you're telling me right now. Like it's very even down there. Full throttle when I reach 0, huh? Ah, when I reach my suicide burn distance. Only problem is this thing's having some serious struggles with stability. I'm nervous that when I hit this thing up, it's just gonna like bounce around like a. Oh my God.
Hold on, I'm popping popcorn in my microwave.
Shut up. Shut up. Oopsie daisy. No, 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 no. Stop that SAS. Don't be like that. No, SAS, no. Oh, I fucked that up. God damn it. Ah! But the error.
I'm actually in the other room, so.
Well, then you missed the failure. Actually, how bad did it fail? Yeah, it kind of failed. Yeah, but hold on. This is a prototype. It's a prototype, and I have to fix the prototype because it's clearly an issue with possibly not enough SAS, though. That's an irony, considering I always throw way too much on it. And I don't think I had the right maneuvering because I couldn't. I usually use RCS to stop my horizontal maneuvering. Oh, what can I say, Paperboy? Welcome to the stream, and happy to crash one for you. But again, this is a prototype lander, so we are going to we're gonna fix a couple things on this guy because clearly had some issues. Let's look at this. Our masses. Oh, Paperboy, thank you for the follow on Twitch. I truly appreciate it. I feel like the center of gravity is off. It's okay. We can make this work though. That's not my concern right now. We're gonna make a couple changes to this lander. We'll call it mining lander E. Changes on it. Positional stuff. Not that I really fix this, but I don't know. I want to fix it. Alright, next. Fuel was okay. If I fix the launcher, if I fix the lifter, then we won't have a fuel problem. We'll be good there. The issue is that I don't feel like I had enough. I feel like the minute I put SAS in this, I'm gonna like regret my decision. But every time I turned the engines on, the engines started using their gimbals to make up for the thrust, the position, like the changes that were being made. And I think it's because I only had one set of reaction wheels on it, and I didn't have it down here where some of the weight is. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna add a add this without. Oh yeah, we got plenty of space. We can add, sure. So we're gonna add some reaction wheels here. I feel like this is like way too powerful though. Is there something smaller? Let's see. I mean, not this small, but I can scale it. That just seems gonna be. That's ridiculous. Not that. It's definitely
What was
not.
that?
It's not that. It's not that. That's what it is. It's not that. Let's see if I can get it maybe around the battery. Of course, it's gonna be impossible to click on these frickin' things now. Oh, never mind. I click on them. Locks the drills, but I'm not sure that that matters. Bring these up a little. Have it here. You want it on the bottom, but of course I'm using like the most, like the whatever mod I'm using is not using the best. That's pretty cool. Not gonna use it. That. Stop it. Dumb. Oh, I see. That's for something entirely different. This reaction wheel would just be like straight up crazy.
Perfect.
Yeah, I guess. Let's see. This size, that's a lot. But I could also limit it, right? I could say, like, I could just say 50% of this. Like, I don't need the full gusto on it. I just need something to help cancel out the gimbal. Like, these guys, like, going all wonky on me because it was just like teetering back and forth the entire time. Oh, you dirty cheater reverting. Yeah. Well, it was a prototype, and there was no Kerbals on it, so I could have just let it blown up and just started from scratch. I'm not from scratch, like do the launch again, but prototype missions. Prototype missions. Not cheating. It's like I was in a virtual reality sim. That's what we'll call it. Of course, these things are gonna. Yeah, that's doesn't look all. But that doesn't look good. I mean, maybe it doesn't have to look good, right? Could put him here. Put a set of blocks there. Set of blocks there. That gives me all the translation I could hope for. Now I use the translators up here. That covers me on the top. It's actually pretty even. Actually, I could move these down lower, though. Here. There. Now, I don't really have mono propellant on this. I mean, I have some mono. 30. I probably really don't need more than that. That being said, doesn't stop me from putting more on. I'm just giving you a hard time, you know. Where are those side tanks from? The 4 outer tanks. These are actually they're just structural, and they are from, let's see, AT Industries. Maybe the hangar mod. Could be the hangar mod. I'm not 100% sure where they came from. Radial adapter. AT Industries. It's not a stock part. I know that. Oh wait, duh, it says hangar right here. Okay, so it comes from the hangar mod, highlighted in green. So hangar mod. Right? Yeah, because these all come from the hangar mod too. So. Okay, so we fixed that problem. We put some mono on here. Actually, put some mono propellant on the vessel. Okay. Certainly do not more mono propellant than that. Okay, so we're gonna save that. And let's see. My mining lander 1 is archived. No good. No bueno. Alright, now let's open this landing lifter up, because that had some issues that we needed to correct. Specifically the fact that we have like absolute metric ton of mono propellant on a vessel that just does not need all that mono propellant. That was the first problem. Actually, think about this. I literally need no mono propellant or maneuverability whatsoever. I'm not doing any maneuvers with this. Not what the point of this is. So we're gonna take that out. Where's this? Here. These are probably fine. Let's do this. Let's move these batteries down here. I don't need that many batteries, but whatever. Okay. Batteries down here. Bombs down here. Fuel control. Alright. That off. That off. Take that off. And image more fuel. Which one is it? Let's see if I can do this. Hold on. Where is it? Which one is it? This one? Where are you? That one. Hey, look at that. Just so it's not so bloody dark up there, we'll put in some lights real quick on this bad boy. Okay, so now this is like 1B. Yeah, it's a lot better. A lot better. You don't need the RCS at all, because I'm not doing it. Jesus. Seriously. I couldn't have any more fracking batteries on this. I don't need this. Don't need that. Okay. It's super duper unlikely you need all these solar panels. Certainly don't need those. Certainly don't need those. Leave those. Okay. Right. So, what we're talking about here. The Lifter 1 archived. We're going to go with Landing Lifter 1B and Mining Lander 1B. So let's load up landing. You use TAC life support? I use USI life support. I use TAC life support, and I don't remember why I stopped. It's not that it was bad. I thought it was an okay product when I used it prior to 1.4 coming out. But then for some reason, like, I went over to USI. I think it's because I wanted to use some of the other USI modules, and they didn't support TAC. So I ended up going to USI just because I wanted to have the support for both. Okay. Oh, hey Solo, check it out. I'm using the Mooner Excursion module as my escape vessel in the case when I bring Kerbals down in this, if things go south on Mun. They can escape the doom of my flights. Too funny. Okay, so this is my prototype lander. It's a mining lander. Okay, perfect. This guy, we're going to archive that guy. Okay. Merge this guy in. I'm going to disable the crossfeed because I'm going to need it this time. Fix some of the fuel issues from this rocket previously, and I reduced some of the weight on it because some of these extra, I mean, not by a lot, but extra. Sorry. Okay, so we got that. That. Yeah, perfect. All right. Mining Lander 1B, final. This up. Tag this real quick. Mining Lander 1B final is launch ready prototype. Yeah, thought so. Okay. All right. There are no Kerbals on this. No, this is an unmanned mission. Yes, it's a bit more Kerbal than TAC LS, but also a lot more predictable with harder consequences. Snacks. Well, I mean, USI, we have the ability to set it to Kerbal death if we wanted to. And that might happen. I'm not sure. I've only run into one situation where the Kerbals didn't have enough habitation. But I've not run into any issues with supplies being a problem quite yet. So I do my best to keep it as fair as I can, so to speak. Like this guy, I mean, this doesn't matter. There's not gonna be any crew on this. Not gonna be any crew on this, right? Yeah. Yeah, so no supplies are necessary for this guy. Save that, close that. Try this again. Hopefully I didn't forget something. Hopefully I didn't forget something. About to find out. This follower name thing is completely kooky on Streamlabs. It just doesn't work all the time. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Turning it off. Agitated. Say the least. Okay. Don't need that. Don't need that. Up there. Yes, we will use some ascent guidance to make my life easier. I know that this will launch into space. That's not a concern. Fine. Aha! Hey, look at those lights. Look at this thing. Still just as massive as last time, Odie. But now I have
like it, I guess.
Now I have lights on the side, so at least you can kind of see the vessel a little more. Oh, I turned that off. Yeah, I turned off crossfeed. Crossfeed's also just there, so we're okay. Very bulbous fairing, yeah. But you know what? These the fairings that you can kind of build on your own, I find to be a lot easier to use than the hanger mod. I used to use the hanger mod a lot more, but like it's so restrictive and like you know, like I need a thick section here, but then I can kind of cut it short on the top. So I like the customizable fairings. I'd make this section thicker here, but I just don't need it. Like that's the thing, right? It's like it's gonna work in this setup, so all right. Up and away we go. Yeah, this is where my frame rates start to drop a little when I start picking up these the fire portions here, or the cutting through the atmosphere. Scatter starts to get a little angry at me. Seems to work though. Still love this night sky. It doesn't get old. This is science career mode, Paperboy. So no funds. Dip at the right field. Yeah, I don't know. Playing in sandbox it just feels way too open ended. Like it's you know, which isn't a problem. I just wasn't looking for that. And I like the idea of career mode, but I felt like the funds aspect made it a little restrictive for the fact that like I haven't played Kerbal in a pretty long time. So I wanted to get back into it, and I wanted to have some objectives, but I didn't want to overwhelm myself with all of it. So this is just science mode. I'm almost through all of the science grabs. I have a couple of big science grabs I have to do, and then I will be done on the science side. And then we'll see what happens. I know that I think there's talk about an update for KSP, or at least we'll see what that all looks like if that happens. And ultimately, they'll come out with updates at some point. And then if I get to a point where I've done all my science and I've colonized Duna, I feel like is my ultimate goal in this mission here. If I feel like it's kind of lost the difficulty, then I'll work on going into full career mode. There's a new update next week. Awesome. Like solid day or two of not playing Kerbal until I can make sure all the mods are working. Though, as long as the update's not too crazy. Cheers. Wonder if they'll fix the landing legs or bug the landing legs out again. Ay, ay, ay. Go to their discussions here. If I can see anything about this update coming. Yeah, I know, I know. Fortunately, Solo had mentioned it because I didn't realize there was a legs bug, and I had landed 3 separate landers on Mun and wrecked all of their landing legs. And at first I thought it was just me because each time, admittedly, I wasn't paying attention. And so then the last one, I was like, man, I thought for sure I was under speed. I thought like it was a good landing. And then when I was making my next lander, Solo mentioned the lander bug, and I was like, oh. But someone on the Steam communities had a GitHub kind of quick fix, which I mean, realistically, Solo also mentioned where you could fix it in the files. But it was a nice download and had the a bug fix for the 3 landing legs. Yeah, I had the same issue, man. It was like 1.5 meters per second. The legs go blowing off, and I'm like, what? How in the world? The last one I knew, like I focused. I was like, I know that I'm gonna nail this landing, and no, I crushed it. Really crushed it. I was so upset. I was like, well, not upset, but you know what I mean. Like it was just frustrating. All right, I already targeted in a Mun. Where's this gonna put us? Alright, well, we're just gonna execute this node, and I'll deal with the maneuver change when I get out of the maneuver itself. So yeah, Deck, for some reason, the like last follower on my stream never shows properly because like I have to be logged into my Mixer account in Streamlabs, so it only shows the last Mixer follower. And if I'm in Twitch, it shows the last Twitch follower, but then it doesn't show me the counts properly. So I guess I'm just not going to be dealing with last follower. The issues with the wheels and legs have also been reviewed in this patch. For instance, for fixes the suspension issue for wheels and legs that made them bounce uncontrollably. That's why my lander, well, no, I know why my rover sucked. It had nothing to do with those broken wheels, but they were bouncy wheels. They were bouncy wheels. Maybe I can save them. Maybe I can save the Mun rover. See, everything that Paperboy just posted in chat, I feel like I was dealing with the rover. Remember how like I had the rover deck parked with the brakes on, and then like when I went back to it, it was like bouncing all over the freaking place. Like there's no way that was just like, I feel like that was part of this. I mean, don't get me wrong, the rover sucked. And Odie, the lead vehicle designer, so to speak, when it comes to four-wheeled vehicles, concurred that my design of rovers is horrible. No, I can't. And I thought it, well, don't get me wrong. My rover was way too light for Mun, but I got it down there and I was driving it and it was just like super uncontrollable. Like if I hit the, like, even I just stopped and I had the brakes enabled, it would start bouncing around on the ground. So I guess, yeah, thank you for posting that because it makes me feel a little better that I still have that lander on Mun. I have a rover on Mun right now that's kind of sitting on its side. So what I'm thinking I'm going to try to do is like I'm going to land this guy in that vicinity and start building out my Mun colony there, and maybe I'll save that rover, or we'll build a shrine to the rover.
User joined your channel.
6 and 1 half dozen the other. I'm not sure how it's going to go yet.
Sorry, my app was all bugged up.
Okay, no problem, man. It's all good. Yeah, we'll see on the next patch, right? Absolutely. I have this disabled, right? I don't know what plugin is that does that warp, but that pain in the, just straight up pain in the butt. Perfect. All right. So now I want to land by, yeah. See, Mun Rover 1 lost. Poor Mun Rover 1. Poor Mun Rover 1. Add maneuver. I'm not going to use mech jab for landing, but we are going to let it show us landing prediction. Help me make this maneuver a little easier. It's probably not where we're gonna completely land, but we're at least gonna start this process. Oh, I ended up with so much more fuel, by the way. That's awesome. Just those couple of changes improved my fuel situation here. So I'm not like sucking fumes. Not that it matters. Like, this guy's probably never gonna leave Mun unless for some reason we stop mining ore on Mun. Let's see. Double check that I'm not losing my mind with ScanNet here. All the overlay for ore. So 7%. That's what we're going with. Not great, but the whole point of this is to actually be able to accomplish the whole mining ore thing and getting it off Mun, because I've never done it before. Extra fuel. What happened to your? I have them, but this vessel doesn't really need it. Ultimately, one, it's not really going to be taking off from Mun that often, and I usually use the expandables on like the orbiters that I have, or the command modules, because it's like I'll pick up the fuel and I like to like refuel the landers. Like the Minmus lander, I like to refuel it before I leave, so that way, for whatever reason, when I go out there, I can literally just land it and pick it up, and then I do the maintenance afterwards. So it just didn't really fit for this guy, to be honest with you. Like, this 300 meters per second is awesome of final delta V, but the mass of the vessel is also a factor we have to consider, right? Because like that's pulling us down even quicker, and honestly, not required. So decouple the node here, take this guy, and okay, turn his on. Push. Guy. Where's my Chacha? Don't need you. My recycling. That's my recycling plan. I'll just drop it into Mun. Alright. However, not the point of this. The point of this is to get this darn thing on the ground here, right? And I did not really I didn't realize what suicide burn was. I suppose I could have figured it out, right? But I didn't know what it was. I do. Add maneuver here. Slow ourselves down. Get closer. The lander with super. Shall see. You shall see. Alright? Me a favor. Keep this. Alright, we're about to find out if my additional reaction wheels in the bottom here solve the stability issue or do nothing at all and just make the stability issue constant. Because the last time I did this very maneuver in the last attempt down, the thing was like just bouncing around like crazy and like it could not keep position on the maneuver node. So I'm hoping that this is not the case. I can do to not as bad. Still freaking bouncing around like a crazy person though. Okay. Oh, that helps. Bring the reaction wheels all the way up to full power though. Alright. Yeah. I put them up at 100%, and as we can see, it's now able to hold this maneuver a lot better. So it clearly was reaction was probably because it's all this freaking weight, man. I got a nuclear reactor up here to power these drills indefinitely. Well, not indefinitely, right? Like I still need enriched uranium, but that's a whole different conversation. A lot better place now. Do probably another maneuver here. Impact time's 5 minutes. Now I'm fully aware that what I'm about to do may not necessarily be the most fuel efficient, but I've been able to land my landers using the following steps multiple times over. So long as the landers aren't broke as a joke, that's a different story entirely. I can't. That last lander, RIP lander one. You're moon mining. I'm still trying to get to the to Mun. I know what you mean, man. I call it the moon all the time because it's really what it is, right? Yeah, like I actually feel like Mun's kind of harder to land on than Minmus, because of its. I feel like it's got a stronger gravitational pull. I could be wrong. Maybe it's all in my head. But Minmus also has like a lot of like nice flat areas, like those greater flats and big flats. But it's all in the design, right? Once you have a design that can be pretty stable, um, the landing can happen. Just don't use mech jab whatever you do, because mech jab's landing is just gonna kill you every time. You can use it for some stuff, but not all of it. Yeah, I think the same thing, Paperboy. I'm in science mode, so I don't have a lot. Yep, I'm in science mode as well. I have been sciencing it up like a fiend in this mode to get this. So these are my all of my science efforts have actually been going towards aerodynamic stuff for space planes because I really, really, really want to build a reusable space plane. But I know that I really can't do that until I have like the top end engines, the Saber and the Rapier, which are the ones that can switch between atmospheric and um, vacuum flight. And so a lot of the research I've been doing suggests that that's like the key to your reusability. So I've been working on that, but part of it is also wanting to be able to like make fuel off of Kerbin because I don't want to constantly be just bringing fuel up, bringing fuel up. Like, okay, well that's easy, right? Like it's an unlimited amount of fuel down there. So trying to get rid of that. So yeah. Oh, thank you. And hey, thank you for the follow, buddy. I truly appreciate it. That's awesome. Oh my God, don't let myself fall off to the ground here. Sure. All right, we're in a much better place now than we were the last time. I don't do that anymore. That. Down we go. Down, down, down we go. Could let another if I really wanted to, but like, really do that? Kind of silly with an impact in 30 seconds, so. Oh, still down. Oh, and there's OBS catching up with our chat bot. Okay, there. You know what would be absolutely... Oh, we're good. There's a comm satellite. Wait, where's the other comm satellite? Because that one fall out of range? No. Alright. We need like one more comm satellite up here. For some reason, I don't have it. Not sure why. I believe it's due to the fact that Minmus has a lower gravity, so it's not pulling down on your vehicle quite as quickly, so it's easier to compensate. But Paperboy might have a much more accurate answer for that question. Okay, yeah, so we're both in agreement. Low gravity. It definitely feels like it's low gravity because my lander on Mun doesn't bounce. My lander on Minmus, the same one, bounces because it's not as much gravity pulling down on it. Ah, there we go. Thanks, Doc. Okay. Starting to... Maybe toggle gear. You know, maybe. Just relax. And we have touchdown on Mun. The multiplayer mod, I looked at it a little. I have not tried it though. We're toggling our ground tether so this thing stops moving. Hey, we made it down. Yeehaw, shutting down engines.
It wasn't a failure. Good job.
I won't lie, it's not the most like the landers definitely has some issues because it was still kind of like jiggling around a little. But I mean it did end up getting on the ground, so you know, there's that. Okay, let's extend all our solar panels here. Pretty sure I'm actually positive that if I just turn on these drills, I'm not gonna have enough power generated from solar. But see, extend all drills. Okay, and extend this antenna. Good. Activate all radar. Hey, Solo, followed your advice, man. All y'all action groups, kick those in. The reactor is on. The radiators are kicking. And we are... I mean, this is going to be super inefficient because I don't have an engineer. But that's okay. We are harvesting ore. An engineer would make this a little faster. A little more fuel efficient, but right now the goal is just to get this on the ground so I don't blow things. I didn't want to like lose poor Bill. Poor Bill would be very upset with me. There's a new one being developed called Luna Multiplayer, but it's not really yet. No, they have an ETA. I got it. All right, so we've got this guy mining now. He's doing his job. We're tethered to the ground here. Engines are off. We have solar panels, but we also have our nuclear reactor to make up for any power deficits we'll have. Yeah. I'm not sure how long. Not sure how long it will take to actually get all the ore that we need. Ore rate. Oh, why is that? Only one's getting ore, huh? That's a bummer. This guy must not be in a position to get ore. Okay. Oh, I bet you it was the action group mod that caused it to get confused. Alright. Because it probably didn't detect that the other one hit the ground. Alright, that's fine. That's a little bugginess, but nothing we can't handle. Alright, so now both ore miners are mining ore, and that's it. We're good. Oh, hold on, let's go see. Can I get to this guy? Can. So this is the... Hold on, let's take a look at this. Switch 2. The Mun Rover 1. Mun Rover 1. Poor Mun Rover 1. And Paperboy, I'm pretty sure this is due to the fact that of the bug, but here's Mun Rover 1, stuck on his back, unable to move.
Poor guy.
Yeah. Anytime I moved him, he'd be like just bouncing all over the place. Now, granted, Odie pointed out that this thing is way too light for what we're doing up here, and so there was some construction issues. But I got it up here. Actually, you know what? That landing was absolutely atrocious, and I don't want to talk about it. But I got it up here, okay? It got to Mun, and now it sits lost until I can get someone out here to push it. Is that a F11? Not F11. 12?
User joined your channel.
Oh, not F12. What's the bring up the debug console? Again,
Howdy.
Solo? Actually, we're gonna go back to
You guys
space.
doing anything fun?
I just finished landing my miner on Mun, and now I'm gonna go pick up my my transport lander and try to land that on Mun.
This sounds horribly boring. It's not Mech Warrior. It's not Siege. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.
User left your channel.
I know. Break his heart.
Oh God.
Let's see.
Hilarious.
Debugging.
He's funny.
So far, I'm not getting any errors. The materials don't have a texture property.
He's back.
No, but like for real, are you doing anything worthwhile tonight?
Right now,
Please
I'm playing.
Let me know now. Like if you're not doing anything that I give a shit about, like just please tell me.
I'm playing Kerbal right now for at least the next hour. That's what I can tell you. I can promise you that.
Good night.
User disconnected from your channel.
I can fix the rover. I'm gonna land Bill on there, and I'm gonna have Bill knock that damn thing on its 4 wheels so we can start using it again. Are you running the most recent release of AGX? Is that the auto? Is that the auto action group? Whatchamacallit? I think that's what you're asking me about. Because I installed it and then did nothing with it. I literally installed it and then I just haven't had to use it yet. Because all my action groups are pretty straightforward.
Hey, just be careful if you're gonna have Bill kick it.
Yeah, action group extent.
If it rolls over on Bill and you knock him into space and he starts spinning around again, he's really not gonna be happy.
If I kill Bill while he's trying to get the monthly. Poor Bill. Poor Bill. Okay. Before I go off, I'm going to land another miner, but not tonight. That will be another night. But I feel like I should at least correct the miner's issue. Screw it. You know what? It'll be fine. Let's see. So, mining lands. We're gonna tag this guy as final-ish. I'm gonna be mad at myself when I land this thing again and realize that it's not the final, and in fact is broken, and I'm be like, why did I mark it as final? But the breaks, right? You can get science from orbiting planets and moons. You know what? In fact, we were going to do science anyway. We're going to put a science station up. So we can do two things. We can launch a mission to Minmus to do science, and so we can show that off real quick, and then I can launch my science station. Might be longer than an hour though. Disclosure. All right. Let's go to my land. No, I don't need my landers. What I need is my orbits. Command 1B with lifter. Nice. Perfect. Launch ready, which means all I got to do is hit load. We're off. Did I leave a pilot on the space station? I did leave a pilot on the space station. Okay. All right, don't judge this design. It works, and there might be a laziness factor that exists, but this design works, okay? Okay, -1 need for struts, but I'm not putting those struts on because I don't know. Oh, okay, I totally left. We have to go to the space station. I need to go to the space station. No, I don't need to go to the space station because this thing has remote guidance on it. I have everything I need. I don't need to go to space station. I'm not going to space station. I'll be next. Yeah, because the lander has remote guidance, so I don't really need a pilot on that at all. I need it for the landing, but I don't need it for docking. That's for sure. I can just do docking after the fact. So, we literally don't need to do anything. Nice thing about a final build, launch ready build, means I put Valentina, put Bob on, and we are off to Minmus. Yes, holy cow. Okay, so this design, this lifter that you see here, okay, was built before I had better engines and better fuel tanks. So it works. You're gonna see it work. It absolutely.
Rather large.
Leave it. Hey, man, whatever. That's what the girls say, right?
Never
We're launching this thing. They're launching this thing right up to Minmus. We're gonna go up to Minmus. We're gonna dock with the Minmus lander. We're gonna put Valentina and Bob on the Minmus lander. We're gonna land on Minmus. We're gonna do some killer science. And while we're doing that, we're probably going to recruit a new pilot because I don't have any more pilots, but we're going to bring the science section. No, I don't need a pilot. We're also going to bring up the science section of the space station up while we're translating out to Minmus because it's like a 7-day translation. So instead of waiting to do that, look at this thing. Look at it jiggle. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. This vessel is mech jab approved. Oh, not at that height though. Holy Anna Montana, what was I thinking? We will do 150. Us targets. Okay. Not anymore. So we're gonna do 150 kilometers, 6-degree inclination, orbital inclination. I don't really like doing that. I'll take care of that myself. Where's this? Go up to stage 5. Okay. And rock and roll. Now I realize that using mech jab for ascent is kind of like the easy way out of it and cheesing it, so to speak. But you know what? I've launched so many of these damn rockets already. Like, I don't want to launch another one. Elon Musk is crying. Like, man, I know. This will work though. Watch, this whole thing works. But my newer lifters, like, so what I want to do is I want to redesign this command module, and then once I do that, I will build a lifter that works with the new command module. But ultimately, my goal is to stop launching from Kerbal. To be honest with you, I want to basically have enough stuff up in orbit that I could build these things from scratch. But I don't have that right now. So what I have is staging system that doesn't blow up during staging, that gets the command module into space, and has inflatable fuel tanks for, because it's Kerbal, so we have to KSP it just a smidge. Don't fault me for KSPing it. I Kerbalized my rocket. like this rocket. Does the job. And we're good. Jebediah and Mundus have more than enough supplies, habitation. Good. There we go. There's our next stage gone. Adios, muchachos. Probably not as efficient. That one came off pretty quick, but it's alright. That's the job. Wait until you guys see how many parachutes I use on my command module. Well, I don't think it's too many, but a couple people have mentioned that I might be a little excessive with my parachutes. Adios, muchachos. I'm from Spain. Hey, I don't really speak a lot of Spanish. I speak a little, like a very small amount. I try, but so I will say my kid came home and he was talking about, like, you know, second languages to learn. I was like, dude, you need to learn Spanish, man. I was like, a lot of people speak it from the U.S. and, you know, geez, like every other person speaks Spanish, which is fine. I'm all for it. So I told him, I'm like, prepare yourself. Speak Spanish. Be very well prepared for the future. Either that or speak computer code. That one works too. You know that
Isn't that like Speaking Geek?
They were trying to pass some legislation to make computer programming like in an actual like official foreign language.
Does it look like the Matrix?
I don't know, man. I think it's ridiculous. I honestly speak Japanese and eat lots of rice. Japanese is another good language. Chinese, those are other good languages to have under the old belt if you can. I barely speak English. All right. So she's up in the orbit-ish. Bob's all happy. He's like, I'm going to Minmus again. Woohoo! Minmus for the win!
As long as this guy doesn't shoot me out the side again.
Bob's like, hey, and thanks for sending me up with Valentina by myself. Valentina's like, not interested, dude. I only go for bodybuilders, Bob. Oh, poor Bob. Look, he stopped smiling, too. He's just like, that wasn't funny. Not at all.
Probably because the tip is angling down there.
It's just preparing for a maneuver. It's all.
Oh, sorry. There we go.
Leave the angle of my dangle out of this conversation, Odie. Deck, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Hi. How are you?
He fell asleep. He
fine.
muted his mic so we don't hear the snoring.
Oh, I was just reading something.
Wait, alright, that was all part of the plan. Don't worry about that. That part doesn't. We don't need that part. Okay. And wait, we're in orbit. We don't need to deploy this. Prograde, please. And all solar. Nice. Right, we're going to start our habitation module here, so that way we don't run out of habitation for these guys. That puts us up to 341 days, which is more than enough for what we're about to do. We're going to leave this back section here to do our Minmus transfer, and then we will actually pull fuel out of these systems and put them into the main module. Actually, we're going to do some of that right now. Yes, I realize that in reality this might not be possible, but we will suspend disbelief for a moment, because, you know, there are TV shows with dragons. Watch those. Speaking of, I do need to really make that happen, Deck, and I'm going to talk to my wife this weekend about adding that to the old repertoire here.
What was that? Did I miss something?
Game of Thrones. Big reference to Game of Thrones.
Yes. It started.
Have you not watched it either?
I have not.
Yeah, neither have I.
I can't believe either one of you have watched
Deck tried to get me to watch it. I watched the first episode and then I just forgot about it.
The funny part is like I've heard about it now and, you know, done some research on it, and I tell you what, does look like it'd be a nice show to watch. So you can cut the life support on some parts and extend it. Well, no. This module here, the hitchhiker storage container, has a habitation, like a life support system that you can turn on. And when you turn it on, it extends the available life support for your Kerbals. So, and it's designed to hold four additional Kerbals, plus the command module. So, okay, if I turn off habitation, what you'll see is that their habitation drops to 26 days, meaning the command module has enough life support, right? We're not talking food, we're talking like life support. So the habitation, I believe, is like oxygen and stuff like that. And just like the way USI explains it is it's like their general like happiness, right? So without this module running, they have 26 days of habitation available. After that, basically the toilets are overflowing, oxygen is stale, carbon monoxide scrubbers are done. So essentially, right, none of the good stuff. Homesickness is a whole different thing for USI. Let's not talk about that right now. So when we turn on habitation, it basically turns on the life support for this system, but it draws electrical charge while it's doing it. So there's pros and cons, right? So you need enough electricity to turn on life support to keep them alive. So again, like it's not as complex as TAC, but like there's so like USI had so many cool modules that I wanted to use, and they didn't use TAC. So I was kind of like, so as an example, I think it had some like rover modules, like the Honey Badger. If I use the Honey Badger, TAC wouldn't take into effect. So when I had Kerbals on the Honey Badger, which I haven't built it, but if I did, there would be no life support. So I wanted a module that worked a little more across the board, and USI works a little more globally, right? It takes into account the whole ship, not what module you're in for life support consumption. At least this is the last time I used it. TAC might have been updated. All right, sorry. We are going to Minmus. I didn't mean to just completely like go off on that tangent, but it was so easy to go off on that tangent. All right, so we're gonna create this node. We're gonna let MechJab create this node. MechJab is just Pookie Duke. I don't know. Okay. Match planner. Match planes with target. That's why my plane's all screwed up. Okay, so we're rendezvousing with Minmus, and my first maneuver generally is always to make sure my planes are matched, which is kind of like the smartest thing you can do whenever rendezvousing with any other celestial body or vehicle, right? And I'm sure most of you that are on the stream probably already know that, but I'm just saying it for anyone who doesn't. So we have to match the planes so we're not going like in some random like off shot direction towards the whatever target we're going to. In this case, Minmus. We're leaving this back section here because we have a ton of fuel. We've got like 1,700 meters per second of fuel, so we don't want to lose that. We don't want to just get rid of it. Again, this command module, you will see, it's designed for a lot. I mean, it could probably do a lot more than what it's doing right now. But right now, it's getting us to Minmus. Then we'll hire another pilot, because we'll need one. And we are going to take the science station section up to the space station that we have. And then we'll finish the Jesus, I wasn't paying attention. I almost hit one of my stages right there. That would have been awkward. Odie would have died laughing. Deck would have been peeing himself. It would have been great.
Never.
Spy party after this, Deck. Spy party after this. Promise. Definitely happening. Alright, great. Now we've matched planes. You can see that our relative inclination is nearly 0 degrees. Now we're going to create our burn node, which as you can see is far more efficient. But we are going to make some modifications to the node because we do not want to hit it the way we're going to hit it. I rolled back age. Previous version, and all refs are gone. Oh, okay. I'll have to take a look at that. I haven't used it yet. I installed it, but I wanted to play around with it, but then I also just wanted to stream, so I kind of decided to deal with that later. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for a maneuver that will let me skirt around the outside of Minmus so I can get into the correct orbit. That's more or less right. That's fine. It's not going to be perfect, but we're going to make a maneuver change when we get up there anyway. Actually, it's probably 100% wrong, and I'm going to literally have to turn around. But because Minmus's gravity is lower, that turnaround won't be quite as costly. Yeah, I will manually rendezvous, by the way, because Mech Jab is completely broken, and I've done it about 1 million times now because of Mech Jab being broken, so it's gotten a lot easier comparative to the first time I've tried it. Solo, were you there when I had Bill install some equipment using a Kerbal attachment system, and it in fact worked? One of my landers didn't have a remote guidance system installed, so I had to bolt it onto the side. All right, here we go. Starting our translation to Minmus. Well, it worked. I was all module manager, so I was able to bolt on that remote guidance and not have to have Valentina do EVAs every single day. The last 2 days I played WoW, which probably not going to see WoW next week for me. So we do have a Spy Party that just came out on Steam to play. That's really fun. That's a nice 1v1. One person's a spy, one person's a sniper. Very interesting, very like observational game. And then I don't know, still looking at Survive Mars. You know, that's fine, Solo. Irony is, I can't stand it either. And the other day, my wife was like, "Why are you playing it if you can't stand it?" And I was like, "You know what? That's a really good point. I don't know." So it won't. No offense taken. I totally understand. I almost didn't even stream. I was like, you know what? Maybe I just won't stream this at all. But that's not. I know some people like WoW, and so I didn't want to just like completely disconnect it. So. Has anyone seen Mech Warrior Online? Has anyone checked that out? It's on Steam. It's a free-to-play game. So KIS allows you to attach and detach anything you want. So as an example, that rover on Mun. If I wanted to, I could disassemble that rover for parts. And then I could reassemble them in whatever capacity I want. Or I think I can turn them into material kits and then use them in like ground construction to build something else if I wanted to. So KIS is pretty cool. It gives you a lot more functionality. So like I could, if I had an engineer, right, I could pop him out of this vessel right now, and I could like remove a one of these mono propellant thrusters if I wanted to, one of the RCS thrusters, or I could add a piece of equipment if I wanted to. KIS just gives you, yeah, as you said, inventory system. All right, so we have 8 days to go here. So. Visual buttons. I know I've got it somewhere. Not here. Ah, here it is. Alarm clock. Add a new alarm. And 1B with litter. Oh. SOI change. There it is. Add alarm. Boom. I added a Kerbal alarm to my little product here so that I could safely leave this vessel and not constantly have to remember where I'm going. So this has got 8 days and 3 hours. Yes. Yeah, KS is nice. All right, so just double check. Good for them. Don't need that. I'm gonna leave this connected for now. We can at least dump whatever fuel are out. Those left. Those, yes. All right, done with that. Tracking center, tracking station. Let's go take a look at our Duna probe and add that to our alarm clock. Yes, the ship functioned properly. Yeah, so I forgot that MechJab, like when you have the MechJab module installed, it also acts as like a remote guidance system. So I had taken it off because I put MechJab in for everything, the MechJab for all plugin, and completely forgot. So then I couldn't fly it without doing an EVA with one of the pilots. So it just seems silly. Thanks for stopping out, Paperboy. Pleasure to meet you. Hopefully, see you again on the stream. And you know, thanks for the follow again. I truly appreciate it. Oh, this one's taking a while to load up. There it is. I can do this science anymore. I think that science is already done skeets. All right, so this is the Duna probe, which is right now just flying, just doing her thing. I'm pretty sure what I want to do is a maneuver at this APOAP, at the AP, let's call it. So we're gonna see. Add alarm. Perfect. Now I see that 269 days and 5 hours will be at the height of our orbit around the sun, which is roughly 24 days before we get into Duna's SOI. So we'll do a maneuver there once we're a little closer to start talking about like repositioning and whatnot. So let's see, back to the tracking station. Actually, no, back to the space center. We gotta launch our science station that we have yet to launch. So let's take it to the tracking station, science station up and running. Get that guy launched out there, and we'll keep going. So okay, track. Something fell. Not sure what. Oh, I know it. Nothing of concern. Okay. Now, science station. This one's a lot simpler of a module because it didn't have a lot to it. I just need to plug some science in. I think I put an empty fuel tank on it too, so I could store some fuel long term. No, in hindsight, screw it. I'm just gonna do what I already built. I'm not gonna start futzing around. I already spent most of the day futzing around with this stuff. Where is it? Our prototypes real quick. That's still prototype. Space station. Oh, Space Station 1. Thing's ready for launch? Shit. Well, okay. Save and load new craft. Let's get a science station up there, shall we? Okay, see, look, this guy's not quite as ridiculous as the last one. I mean, no. Okay, so I have science here, another hitch container, some communications. I brought some solar panels just in case, and some extra power. Pretty straightforward. There are no Kerbals on here. We don't need any Kerbals on here. Yeah, we don't need any Kerbals on here. Double check the staging real quick. All kick on. These break off. Those break off. That breaks off. That engine kicks on. Need mono for this because we are totally docking. Whatever. It's fine. Launch it. Good. It's ready to go. Rendezvous with Space Station, Alpha Station. And guidance? Is out here a little? Alright, so. This guy, he's at an orbit of 250,000. So we're going to bring us up to 200,000 kilometers. Start. We're going to auto stage this. Auto stage it to 0, to be honest with you. I don't have to deploy those quite yet. Alright. Autopilot and go. Alright. Here goes the science section of our space station. Whoa. Holy frack, what is going on there? Huh. Okay. Alright. Not the... It's all good, Solo. Thank you very much for the host. I didn't test this one before, so I think that's why we're seeing some of what we're seeing, but it's alright. It's correcting itself as we get up out of the atmosphere here. So ridiculous. By correcting itself, I mean it's going to flip right now. Yep. See if I can recover it. Can't, but can. Clearly not a MechJab approved vehicle. Oh, again, it's MSAS. That's what's wrong. Oh, and you know what? It's because there's SAS in this on this station too. That's why. That's not gonna work. For the fail, this will not work. The SAS that's in this thing, unless I break it out of here. But the problem is we're about to start greening back into. So. Huffy. Play that. Up right here. Ah, forget it. This is a prototype fail. I could recover the docking port though for my prototype failure. So there's that.
Hey, did that hit the water?
It did. I let it crash.
Oh.
Yeah.
I tell you, man, you need a fail button that you can hit.
There's an abort button, and you can tie it to like other action groups to do something with it. So, you know, I could tie it to explosives and let the whole thing blow up. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to fix the lifter because the problem was the lifter I was using isn't a bad lifter. It's just there's SAS on the there's actually like reaction wheels on Science Station itself, and those were kicking in, and it was causing the thing to just go like all sorts of wonky. So we're gonna fix it. Okay. We're gonna open up the yeah, I'm pretty sure it was this reaction wheel right here that was causing all of my problems. We're gonna open this up. I'll look at that. Ew. Oh. This. You have to just skirt the outside of the frame of the whatchamacallit. This is the problem with these exterior ones. Not that reliable when you want to like be able to click on them. At least that's the issue I have found. I'm pretty sure, but the fact that I turn the one off, it will turn the other one off too. So hopefully that solves that problem. Could be a height thing. I'm not sure that I can fix that. We're gonna try this again though. Actually, we're gonna try this again, but we're gonna try it slightly different. We're not gonna do quite as McJabby of a launch as we did. I might just launch this my darn self here. Alright, so we turned off the SAS on this. On that upper module to hopefully help address the issues that we had when we did the launch. So let's try again, shall we? We shall try again. Alright, this time we're going to use some McJab utilities system. We will do the actual
crash? Yeah, cool.
oh, deck. Always my voice of reason.
I'm getting tired. I think you just stay with Kerbal for tonight. You hear me?
I heard you.
No, we can't hear you. You should.
I heard you twice now. Yeah.
I don't know if I can focus on Spy Party. Be tired. Shut up.
Gotcha, man.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's still doing it. My god. I clearly need to fix the lifting module on this thing because that thing just blew up. Just double check something for a while. This thing is about to careen helplessly into the ground here. Actually turned off, or was I just losing my fracking mind? Second time that thing blew up. Man, I thought the lifting the science station was gonna be easy. I was like, ah, this will be a piece of cake. Epic fail.
What? It's still up?
Yeah. Yep.
Just got to turn it
I
around.
turned it off. All right. Get this back to vehicle assembly and fix it. Just got the first island done. That's awesome, Nikki. Congrats. Now you should be able to go into co-op once Alp has it done too.
Play it on hard because it's not really hard. Well, I mean, it's hard in some areas, but overall it's not that hard.
Wonder if I should pretty straight. I might be able to use the hanger mod for this. That here? Oh, but then I can't take it out. Nope, I can't do that. Nope. Nope. I'll have to just fix it. Okay. Start here. This reaction wheels have turned off, right? Turned them off. No need reaction wheels there. Or thrust. Turn it pretty low. Reaction wheel. Just be a little aggressive. What about our there? Here if we put the problem is it's when we're in atmospheric flight that we start to see the issue, and it starts actually what wonder if the issue is twofold. Issue is twofold. Can I get these off? Yeah, that's for sure. Alright, command and control. That should help a little, but this thing is so fracking long. Now that being said, lifter might just be a little too aggressive for what I'm trying to do, so that's one whole fuel. make some minor adjustments here to this vessel. Doesn't just keep doing what it's doing every fracking time. I got this turned off. Still pretty high up there, but we're gonna try that. Set to 100%. 20. 36. Drop it by 5%. Percent of 30. Right. So save and launch. Give it another try. Give it another try. Hopefully I don't crash it into the ground again. Or maybe I will. Tough to say. Tough to say. At least it's unmanned, and no Kerbals are going to be harmed in this attempt either. Tomorrow's Friday, right?
All day.
Ah, awesome. Happy in the heart. Try this again. We're gonna let Mech Jab do it again. Because ultimately, if Mech Jab can't do it, it's gonna be an issue. I'm gonna find out right now. No, almost immediately. Okay, it rolled. It's fine. Alright, Mech Jab, relax. Correct the steering. Okay. No, it's not ripping anything apart quite yet. Oh, it's gonna hit. Darn it. Darn it. God. At least that's an easy fix. At least that's an easy fix. I'd wasted like hundreds of thousands of fake Kerbal dollars. Rockets, right? Actually, leave those rockets. Nope. Probably leave those rockets. Add additional rockets here. Rockets. There. Alright. Add some stage assist rockets here. Now we had an issue. I'm wondering if this issue has something to do with the fact that I have the tail fin. Oh crap. Get rid of the tail fin. I'm going to go in favor of something a little less aggressive. Delta. those instead. Alright, so got some staging assist boosters installed now, and we changed out those tail fin wings for something a little less aggressive, I think, in the grand scheme of things. So let's see how that works. That might have been some of our problem. Tough to say. Tough to say. All weird. Try this again. Yeah, so let's talk about Far Cry 5. I doubt they're putting that thing on sale anytime soon, though. To be honest with you. Oh yeah, Humble Bumble. Ay, Madonna me. Humble Bundle. They had KSP on sale too. I think that was part of their like monthly package. Alright, well, going up. Hey, I didn't blow up the rocket. That's a good start. You fall asleep, Deck?
What?
Oh,
Well,
there he is.
I'm sorry, I was watching something. I was
Okay.
watching a video. Go ahead, what's wrong?
Nothing. I was just saying hi. Don't do it
Hello?
again. Come on.
Are we gonna make it into
Nonsense.
space this time and not explode?
Sure hope so, man. Sure hope so. I'm gonna really get agitated
Can
if
we
this
shoot
thing.
the booster rockets on the side straight up into the...
I fixed the
Payload at the
booster
top?
rocket problem. Fixed the booster rocket problem.
Oh, we're doing a little wiggle.
Yeah, it's okay.
A little wiggle wiggle.
I think the wiggle has been accounted for.
It's because you put the mounts too high up on the side rockets again.
No, this
They were
problem.
wiggling back and forth.
This problem is that the science section is really heavy, and the rocket's really long, and so what I probably should have done is almost made like the center section smaller and made the rocket fatter so that the center of gravity was closer, so that the center of like the center of gravity of this thing was closer to the middle of the rocket because it was way too low. So when these reaction wheels kicked on, it caused the front end to do this crazy things. It's like, whoa, your center of gravity is all screwed up and you're trying to move this massive piece of equipment without the proper reaction wheels to do it. So it almost would have made sense to not even have this fairing, get rid of this entirely and have the science station here in this middle section, but we seem to be overcoming the structural issues that I caused for myself.
User joined your channel.
So should be in orbit shortly here.
And he returns.
Oh no.
What's going on, man?
Hi.
Chris,
Yes?
like to play some games with me?
Actually going to bed in a little bit, I think. I'm sorry.
Sucks. Odie.
Yes.
He doesn't own Rainbow Six.
No.
Well, do you play Overwatch?
He owns PUBG.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play that. I suck at it.
You'd probably be talking. Oh, Chris, are you thinking about playing a PUBG?
I'm not gonna play PUBG. Not right now. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow is Friday.
Oh, he wanted to play Spy Party, and I'm like, I'm too tired to concentrate on that.
Yeah, cut me off.
Yeah, I'm thinking about. I want to try that. That looks like a lot of fun.
It is definitely a cool game. I love it, the whole like observational aspect of Spy Party.
It's one of
Alright.
those games. The more you play, the better you get at it too. So like,
Yeah.
you start to learn the nuances of all the different NPCs.
My last ditch effort. Final string.
I'm not against it, man, but I'm going to finish Kerbal first. I know that
Wait,
you don't.
what did he say?
That I'm not
The
against
Pete's-
playing any video
Pete's my
games,
final string.
but I am going to finish Kerbal first.
What do you gotta do?
Well, I have a science station that I'm about to dock, and then I have to finish my Minmush mission because poor guys are careening on their way out to Minmus. That's what I got for you. And then I will play video games. Shouldn't take too long. That being said, I did crash this thing 3 times, but it's in space now, so that's a big improvement.
All right. How long? What kind of time frame we talking here?
I should know shortly. I just don't know the answer to the question quite yet because I have to dock this thing. The docking won't take very long. That's actually pretty straightforward. So,
What do you want to play? Are you looking at Mech Warrior or what?
I would play Mech Warrior. I'd even play Rainbow Six. I don't mind playing it. I own it. Totally
I
for
would
it.
love to hit up some Mech Warrior tonight. Like that actually sounds like a lot of fun.
All right. Well, here's what we'll. Oh,
But I'll also do Siege. I'll
Mech
play
Warrior,
Overwatch.
Play game. Install game. How much is it?
Pretty
Oh.
small.
Big. Done.
Oh. I'll put it this way: Dex Internet could probably download it in about half a second.
Yeah. Dex Internet would blink and would have it downloaded. Comes down to.
Yeah, I have pretty serious internet envy of you, man. Like that is some crazy shit you got going.
He's got more bandwidth than he knows what to do with.
It's insane, right?
Yeah.
Like good insane. Like if it was a thing I could have, I would have it. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, I would too, but they had to dig up my lawn if I wanted Fios, so I said no.
Ugh. Blame me for that. Still cool though. Still cool.
All right. So we're fine with our planes with the target. So next step is we're going to bring our AP up.
Pretty excited to hit up some Mech Warrior, man.
Well, I now have it installing, so that's the first step, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not. Oh, that's actually horrible. I don't keep past this guy.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay.
Done by then. I'll do some things.
Yep. Oh, a million times better when we're in space here. Perfect. All right. have to be enough. Fine. We're slowing our orbit down so we don't keep passing by the space station because it's behind us here. About 1,000,000 meters behind us, so. We are going to let it catch up to us. Oh, duh. The wrong button. I was like, where's this thing going? It's spinning around out of control. Yeah, it's pointing to the wrong thing.
You guys can't hear my background, right?
Only when you talk.
Only when you're talking. It's not that loud either.
If it bothers you, let me know.
Fine.
Fix it.
Guy catch up to us here? What that guy isn't one. Done.
I'm immune to that. Yay.
Then keep on closer there.
I have yokai in kitchen.
Guy in kitchen.
Sorry. I should probably I'll mute myself. Sorry, dude.
Oh, good. I should just let get close, and then we can deal with it. Yeah, we'll just let this. All right, let's warp to here.
User left your channel.
We'll process of catching up here.
Where'd he go?
He was playing another game, so
Yeah, so he went to the other channel.
yeah.
Ah, okay. I didn't hear him say it. He was low.
Well, I am going to log out, so you have yourself a fun night.
Hey, good night.
Take it
See
easy.
ya.
User disconnected from your channel.
It's gonna be dicey. Great note. Execute. Oh, rendezvousing is a long, arduous process. 5 kilometers. Just burn straight towards them. I'm there you go. There we go. We're going to do this burn to fine tune our closest approach. And at our closest approach, we'll match velocities. Okay. Match velocities with target. Velocities target at closest approach. Which will leave us exactly where we need to go, for the most part. Okay. Execute this node, and then we'll start docking procedures. Get the space station installed on the science section, installed on the space. And I can't remember. I think I need 1 or 2 crew members. I need 1, so I need to bring a science. I need to hire a science person. Should have brought that science person up in this. I didn't have supplies on this. There's 7 days on the Minmus mission, so we'll feed them up once this thing is docked. Okay. Point us to the target. Let's get ready to rumble. Checking port. Okay. Hop over to the station real quick. Where's this guy? Lois, huh? Putting science in that boy. Here? Alright. here. Bring the station to the target. I can. Station's starting to get bigger and clunkier. It's going to be a lot harder to make these moves in the future. Eventually, I'm going to have to stop doing it. But not today. Today I can move the station. So we shall. Target. On our RCS. Translation moves. Jumbled there. Target. Overcome. See. Eye on this thing. Definitely not the way I need to go. Jeez. Definitely off on this docking port a little. Down a little. Sky Everett. Oh, really want you to bring the target. Longest docking mission ever. Ay, ay, ay. Mission. Yep. I have the internal long sigh.
Hmm?
Nothing.
The internal long sigh, is that what you said?
Yes. Yes. Taking a lot longer than I was expecting.
I just finished this TV show I was watching, that's all. I need to get a drink now.
Back air might work. Barely. Barely. But it worked, so that thing. On. Lights off. Reactor. I'm not 100% sure that I can use it because of various reasons. Okay. I mean, I guess it will work. It's not the end of the world. Why is it up oxidizer? Oh, I think the reactor uses oxidizer. The reactor is not even on right now. This we don't either. I'm gonna get backed
Trying to
out.
figure out how they all work together.
No, I put this reactor on here, and I was like, this is gonna be a great idea. I'm gonna turn this reactor on, and it's just gonna make power, right? It does make power. It makes a shit ton of power, and it also gets super duper hot. So like I have to extend these radiators, but when I start to extend the radiators, they start to use power to cool the thing down. So I'm trying to like like better understand. I guess it's just those two that have helped it. All right, never mind. The last time I tried it, I just wasn't paying attention. A lot better place now. Hottest parts of nuclear
User joined your
reactor,
channel.
and it's at 21% of its heat capacity. So, all right, I guess it's not the end of the world. Look how long this stupid radiator is, though. I didn't realize how big they were
How's
when
your
I installed them.
space program?
They are enormous.
They are, right? It's stupid. It's good, man. I just finished docking, and I just seemingly got this nuclear reactor working, so that's a good sign.
Oh, sweet.
One step closer. Step closer. All right, so this thing not need that anymore. Rid of that.
Time as a construct.
I'm as a conch.
I wanted to come back and talk to you guys, but again, if my comms like interrupt your stream, like let me know.
No problem.
I don't want to screw up your stuff. Bug.
All right, so this guy's Dunsky. Don't need him anymore. Done. Base center. Let's go do this Minmus thing that we were actually. Have a good night, Solo. Thanks for stopping out again tonight.
Hey, can we get these impacted someone so we can reinforce other side? Thank you, my dude.
All right. Last but not least. That drill. What time is it? Oh man, it's 11:30. Maybe we'll save Minmus for tomorrow, huh? Kind of late as it is. Been Kerbalizing like crazy today. Take a look here. Our the mining lander real quick. Let's see what it's up to. Come on, Kerbal. Load up.
Ash, lower stairs. Don't peek it, man. Told you not to.
So these probably reset. So I have to start all drills. Start this drill. All right. Oh, we have power. We have plenty of uranium. And we are pouring it up.
Of course.
About half of our.
Literally the only way I could do it, and there's that motherfucker just watching the window. Great.
Channel switched.
Okay. Had to change channels there. A lot of communication occurring. Okay, so we're good there. That guy's running. He's doing his job like we'd expected. The mining lander. Oh, I'm supposed to rename it. Ugh, dummy. But we'll deal with that tomorrow. We'll deal with naming tomorrow. Final look at the tracking center, see what we got here. Got some vessels I have to actually decommission because all sorts of flights in progress here, some of which just don't need to happen anymore, right? So let's just see what we got here. Com 1, Com 2, Com 3. Mun Com 1, 1 Lander 1. The Lost Rover, Lander 2, 3, 4. Alpha Station, Minmus Lander 1, Duna Probe. This is not supposed to be here. And Sat 1 Final. That's not supposed to be here. We're terminating that one. Yeah, terminating that one. Got that. Resource loads, that's fine. We're not doing anything with those. Then we have Muncom 2. That guy's garbage. Comsat 2 Final Probe. Escape trajectory out of the sun. Wow, okay, so eventually that thing will just disappear entirely. Yes, that's kind of Minmus Lander 2, good. Mining Lander. Yeah, so these are the two that we've been working on. We've been working on the Mining Lander and the Command 1B with Lifter, which we're gonna change. We're gonna fix those things. Let's see. Landers, ships, no satellites, no relays. Debris. And all of that debris we have. Holy crap. That thing's been orbiting forever. 202 days. Alright. We're going to close out the Kerbal stream for the night. As it is, we've been streaming Kerbal forever. We'll be streaming something else. Possibly Rainbow Six. I'm not sure. So stand by and let's see where we go.